Hi. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Zaria Levister. I am one of the wellness associates here at Cox Fitness Centers. Today, I will be presenting to you all the gift of goals. And the gift of goals is basically just an approach to setting and also achieving intelligent and effective goals. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that we can get this started. Okay, hope you all can see that. All right. So, as we are approaching the new year, I know it's a big thing to set goals because it just feels like a clean slate. It feels like a fresh start. And I definitely do understand that concept, but we do want to go further than just the new year. We want to constantly be setting realistic and approachable goals. So, with that, we will just first define what a goal is. So, a goal is a result or achievement toward which effort is directed. Therefore, we can attest to the fact that we can always, put effort toward things, whether it be in the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, or the end of the year. And most of the time, goals are broken down into both long-term and short-term goals. So long-term goals is an overall a goal to be accomplished in the distant future. A short-term goal, on the other hand, is a practical goal that can be achieved in the near future. And with that, we have maintenance. So maintenance is the act of maintaining someone, something, or a state of mind. So with these goals, we really want to ensure that we are maintaining them and that we are actually sticking to them beyond just the segment of time that we set them. Okay, so if you have ever been in any type of school setting or any type of goal or speech setting, we definitely have heard of the SMART goal. So, SMART goal is basically an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. And this is basically the model by which you want to create your goals. This is how you're going to make them most intelligent and be able to make them actually effective and applicable toward your life. So breaking this down a little bit further, specific means narrowing down your goals and adding details that tailor it to fit you. So for example, you could include specific names or concepts. Like, for example, maybe you list the name of the gym by your house or by your job, just to make it really specific and actually be able to stick to it on a more consistent basis. The next one we have is measurable. Measurable means including an evidence factor that allows you to track progress. So it's always great to have a before and after marker. So maybe you want to lift a certain amount of weight and you start off with as much weight as you're able to lift now, so that you can compare it to as much weight as you want to lift in the future. That way you have kind of an evidence-based factor. The next goal or the next concept we have is the attainable factor. So you really want to make sure that that you have resources and the capability to achieve said goal, right? So it's smart not to set a goal to run a certain number of miles a week if you don't have access to a treadmill or a hiking trail or a track or anything of that sort. So make sure that these things are actually attainable, right? You want to make sure you're able to actually do these things so that you're not getting discouraged if you're not meeting those goals. Next, we have relevant. So your goals should speak to your current situations and align with your values. So don't set goals for weight loss if, weight is not something you particularly struggle with. Make it so that it's actually something that is relevant to you and that speaks to your situation. And the last section we have is time bound. So you really want to give yourself a target date. And this target date is going to motivate you to be intentional with every single day. So without some sort of deadline or a time frame, our goals tend to get pushed back and forgotten about altogether. So we really just want to make sure that we are staying intentional and staying driven each and every day. So, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to be going through the sections of weight loss, strength, and nutrition. Obviously, throughout your goal setting process, you are going to come up with, any categories in which apply to you. So whether that be family, finances, whatever the case may be. We had the finance workshop last week. So maybe some of those really spoke to you and you want to apply those to you. You can always use this method for whatever categories you have. But for the purposes of this video, like I said, I'm just going to go over weight loss, strength, and nutrition to kind of give you a feel of how to set healthy goals. So for every long-term goal, you really want to have a short-term goal. So the short-term goal is really going to help you to navigate through a day-to-day basis and how to achieve the long-term goal. So I have 3 long-term goals and 3 short-term goals for every single one of those. So for the first long-term goal, I want to lose 20 pounds of fat. So short-term wise, I'm going to do that by taking about 12,000 steps per day. This is something that I can do immediately, I can do effectively, and it is applicable to me so that I can achieve that long-term goal. The next long-term goal I have is to go down a dress size. So in order to achieve that, I'm going to set the short-term goal of working out 150 minutes a week. The last long-term goal I have is to lose about a ½ inch in waist circumference. So with that, I'm going to attend a group fitness class 3 days a week. So I have a SMART goal that is fully listed out, and I'm going to break it down a little bit so that you guys can get an idea of what exactly or how exactly to cultivate these SMART goals. So for weight loss, I said that my goal is to lose 20 pounds. That's the measurable factor by April of next year. That's the time-bound factor. I plan to fight my sedentariness. That's the relevant factor. And be more active by taking 12,000 steps each day. That's the applicable or the attainable factor. And then at the Cox Fitness Gym. That's the specific. So that's just a simple way to break it down. But like I said, as you come up with your specific goals, you'll be able to change it in whichever way that fits best to you. So next, I'm going to go on to strength. So my long-term goal for strength is to complete a chin-up. So short-term wise, I'm going to go and buy a dumbbell set. That's really going to be a way that I can do something immediately in order to achieve my ultimate goal of doing the chin-up, right? Next, my long-term goal is to hold a 1-minute plank. So with that, I'm going to immediately start to incorporate more reps and ab crunches into my workouts. Next, my long-term goal is to increase my bench press by 30 pounds, right? So with that, I'm going to find a workout buddy or somebody that I can take to the gym so that I can get a spotter. It's sometimes hard to lift more weights if you don't have a spotter because there's risk of injury and things like that. So that is my practical way to be able to increase my bench press by 30 pounds. So my SMART goal for strength is that I want to be able to do an unassisted chin-up. That's the measurable factor, is the unassisted part, before my birthday in 2 months. That's the time-bound portion. I will buy a complete 5 to 30 pound dumbbell set. That's both specific and attainable to strengthen my biceps and core. And that's the relevant portion, because if my biceps and core are, a little bit weaker, then that's relevant to me that I need to strengthen them. Okay, so next, we have the nutrition portion. So my long-term goal for nutrition, and before I go on, actually, I really do want to mention that this is in no way trying to force or, enforce any kind of nutritional, supplementation toward you. This is really just an example. So if you do have any if you do seek counseling or anything coordinated to a registered dietitian, please email Alyssa Palladino. Her email is listed here in case you want to get in contact with her. But my long-term goal, as an example, would be to lower my cholesterol. So with lowering my cholesterol, I am going to meal prep. That is going to be something that is practical, that I can, start immediately, and that'll help me in the long run. So then my next long-term goal I have is to drink 50 ounces of water a day. And with that, the most practical thing I can do is to set a drink alarm. So maybe putting, every 30 minutes to an hour on my phone, just reminding me to drink, right? Reminding me to take a sip of water or a few gulps for that matter. And then the last one I have is to increase my vegetable consumption. So in order to do that, I'm going to begin to incorporate veggies into a daily smoothie. So with that, I'm able to really incorporate them, on a consistent basis. And maybe if I don't, particularly like the taste of vegetables or certain things, then I can disguise it with a smoothie. And so my SMART goal for nutrition is to get my cholesterol back to optimal levels. The optimal levels portion, that's the measurable part. By the end of the month, that is the time bound portion, I will start meal prepping. That's the attainable part. Every Sunday to ensure that's every Sunday is specific and to ensure that I am consuming low fat meals. And that's relevant to me because if I'm normally consuming meals that are high in fat and that are not great for my cholesterol, then I would, want to lower that. So lastly, we have the maintenance portion. So with maintenance, I just included a few ways that would really, that I really want you guys to go over and just really think about in order to really stick to these goals. So the first thing I have is to write it down. Putting your goals on paper helps you really be able to visualize them and sort of creates a sense of tangibility. It really does. So with that, you can tack the goals to your desk or put them in your wallet, somewhere that really allows you to constantly see the vision, right? The next one I would implore you guys to do is have a sense of accountability. So having someone or something outside of yourself hold you to your goals increases engagement. So you can maybe hire a personal trainer or a health coach or someone of that nature. Or you can even start a workout group, a workout group that really allows you to get into contact with other individuals who have similar goals and you all are able to hold one another accountable. You can also try following fitness or nutrition gurus on social media. Following them and being able to see them on your timelines as you're scrolling on your phone could really motivate you and encourage you to actually get up and get going, get on the move, go outside, find different ways to incorporate veggies or fruits into your meals. So yeah, definitely try to find a sense of accountability within your day-to-day life. And then the last one is why. This is a big one to most people because it really forces you to think of something, greater than you. So having a why reveals your purpose behind setting healthy goals and adds the factor of self-motivation. So while accountability is great, having other people keep you accountable, you really want something beyond that and have something that really allows you to be self-motivated, right? So this is finding a reason beyond just surface level gratification. Some people say that, I want to be healthy because of my kids, or I want to be healthy because of my husband or my wife, or to just be able to be there for my family, or whatever the case may be. To maybe some people have some sort of disease or chronic pain or illness to where they're trying to overcome that. So they really need, the self motivation in order to continue doing that. So pretend someone calls me with a problem. I initially had a goal of losing 15 pounds, but it has been 2 weeks and I have not seen any results. I'm getting discouraged. What should I do? I would say to that person, it's okay to modify your goals when they seem unattainable. Right. So when our goals seem unattainable and we're really not being able to really reach what it is that we have put on paper that we have set and we start to get discouraged, it's important to refocus our goals. So instead of focusing on the pounds loss, maybe we could set a new goal of actually even making it to the gym 3 times a week, right? So if we're making it to the gym and not really focused on the scale, then we're kind of we're shifting the focus a little bit to more of a consistent pattern and a routine rather than, vanity, right? So this will produce more gratification and will eventually yield the results that you're probably looking for. So instead of trying to, again, look at just the scale all the time, if I can come up with a consistent pattern of going to the gym and even begin to somewhat like going to the gym and like working out or like exercise, then I can eventually yield the results, but it'll be more passive than super aggressive, right? So before I head out, I do want to mention that coming January 10th, we are starting a new program. This program is called Shred the Pound Showdown. It's going to be an 8-week program that's really going to be able to allow you to, like it says, measure up to the challenge. So we're going to be focused on losing weight, really incorporating more healthy things into our day-to-day lifestyles, whether it be getting outside, getting into group fitness classes and things like that, and just really staying grateful. And we do have a few prizes that we're going to be giving away. So we are really excited about this program. And if you do think that this is going to be a good fit for you, you can email emma.slappy@coxinc.com. It's right there in the left bottom hand corner. And we really are just so excited to be able to just include everyone in this and be able to really help you to reach your goals come this new year and actually stick to them. It's so easy for us to fall off the wagon within 1 or 2 months. So this 2-week program, this 2-month program, hopefully will really be able to help you to stick to those. So we are really excited for you and we thank you so much. If you all have any questions, please email me at zaria.dene.levister@coxinc.com. And I'm looking forward to speaking with you all. You have a great rest of your day.